Following this story since the very beginning, and he joins us now with brand new details. Ben.
Yeah, Brett and Audrey, good evening. The city of Hartford has voted to rescind Emmanuel Ku's tax abatement. He's been receiving over $260,000 from the city of Hartford each year since 2011. Now the city and residents of his 26 buildings of Section 8 housing are taking legal action against a man that they've been fighting for years.
This is a guy who is the very definition of a slumlord.
The city voting to pull Emmanuel Ku's tax abatement after re-inspections of 80 units found violations in over 90% of those units.
I'm very happy and emotional.
Milagros Ortiz is a resident who's been leading the charge against her landlord along with 6 of her neighbors.
It took 6 tenant leaders, and I'm one of them, to speak up and fight for over 150 units. And if it wasn't for us to stand and be brave enough to fight against him, God knows how much more longer we will be living in this.
The city listing things Emmanuel Ku should have been using the $260,000 from the abatement each year for things like reducing rent, improving the quality of the units, and improving the overall facilities in his 26 buildings.
There's a difference between improving and maintaining.
Reverend A.J. Johnson has been organizing the residents. The city fining Ku over $5,000 daily for 2,300 violations, retroactive to the very first violation reported. In their report, the city calling Ku's inaction a consistent long-time indifference to his buildings and tenants. Since the rescindment of the tax abatement, Emmanuel Ku has a 90-day cure period to fix every violation.
We will be taking Mr. Ku to court to collect those fines, but our goal is to make sure he understands that he's got 2 choices. Either to step up in a big way and invest in these properties so that they are livable and they are sanitary, or get out of Hartford.
Milagros doesn't have hope.
He's not going to be able to fix it.
Why?
That's 150 units. And if it took me to be there for over 4 years just for him to fix one window, come on.
A.J. Johnson says there's a bigger issue here, a loophole that allows Ku to do this exact same thing all across America.
If you own 150 units in Miami, Florida, and you own 150 in Hartford, and you have over 2,300 violations in Florida, and you come here saying that I have cash, I have assets, and I want to buy this much housing stock, there is no coordination between departments. So Emmanuel Ku has made a practice, he has made a business out of going to different states throughout the country, buying up HUD housing, and it's amazing to me that they can't flag him. It took one Google search to find out who this person was.
Now, we do want to let you know we have reached out to Mr. Ku in addition to his attorney. We've not yet heard back from either of them. Emmanuel Ku is currently still receiving a $1.4 million subsidy from HUD as of today. We're expecting to hear if they'll be pulling that funding within the next few weeks. If they do pull that money, HUD will supply each resident with a voucher to pay for them to live anywhere else in Section 8 housing in the country, in addition to covering all of their moving expenses. But today, another victory for a group of residents who continue to make their voices heard. I'm Ben Goldman, Fox 61 News.